informed and involved with music, talk shows, and real-time news updates you can trust. We are live and local. We are America's broadcasters, connecting you to what matters most. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress to support your local radio stations.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to STOP.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Look at you go. The one-trip grocery champ, snooze button resistor, master sock matcher. We know the daily grind can be tough, but amidst the hustle, we see you conquer it all. And at Scooters Coffee, we believe it's the little wins that deserve some big moments of joy. So go on, embrace that tiny triumph. You master parallel parker you. Take that victory lap and savor the sweet taste of success. Scooters Coffee, you didn't just order it, you earned it.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoy today's broadcast.
We now pause for station identification. This is the Community Radio Network, WCRN. 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Smithfield, North Carolina. Proud to be in the USA. We are CRN. Since 2018, CRN. Proud to be the voice of the Clayton Comets. The following is an exclusive broadcast presentation of the Community Radio Network. We are CRN.
So we literally don't know. Okay, we do know we've got a game coming up here. We're up next. We're on deck, as they say in the world of baseball. Baseball, softball will be coming up very, very soon. But we welcome you to a lengthy pregame show. And if you're watching on our CRN Sports Network coverage, Ryan Tomford will be joining us on color here in a little bit. Derek Long, John Wesley Outlet, Nathan Outlet on production. And we got the coach, Coach Collins, ready to go here for a fun night in Goldsboro. How historic is this basketball arena being a part of it here for this game?
Wesley, I couldn't even hear you, man. This place is, I mean, it's not a lot of people in here, but it's rocking in here.
It sounds rocking.
I hope our game's just like this. I'm really excited, though. You know, obviously getting here, getting to the championship.
Yeah.
It's always good when you get to the championship, and it's another test for our guys. I think it's going to be like I said, a great atmosphere, and hopefully we'll come ready for the task.
Well, we welcome you to a very special, maybe lengthy, All-State pregame tip-off presented by Vincent's Pub and Eatery. Wesley Outland's here with you. We got Coach Kenny Collins. Coach, you're right now going back at 500. You're 5-5 on the year. What's your take of the team winning last night over Wilson Prep and obviously putting yourself in a great position for the championship tonight?
Yeah, one thing I tell the guys is we don't want to get caught up in so much what our record is right now. We just want to be playing our best basketball at the right time. And that's, end of January, early February. Kind of like, I don't want to bring so much about last year's team, but last year's team won 11 of our last 12. We got hot at the right time.
Sure.
And that's kind of the same motto for this. We play a tough schedule for a reason, so we're going to drop some games early. We play a bunch of private schools that are, very, very good programs. So, and we're going to have to play another one here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously it's important this time of year, especially when you get in this tournament atmosphere. This helps prepare you guys, when it comes to a conference tournament, when it comes to the state tournament. So, how do you prepare your guys for a game like this to kind of give them that same messaging that may resonate down the road in the season?
Yeah, I think just staying true to the work is one thing. Those guys, we didn't have much of a Christmas break yet, so we've been grinding, we've been chipping away. Guys have been in the gym, and that's what I tell them. This is that time where some people kind of step away and get out of the gym, start thinking about other things, vacation, they're off school. I'm really been proud of our guys kind of staying focused with basketball, and they're gonna have a couple days off after today and kind of get a good chance to regroup. But they're all bought in for tonight, man. I think everyone has the same goal. It's not about who does the work; it's about if the work gets done.
Coach Collins, how do you help out the players in your second year as full-time coach of the Comets, but being a basketball player yourself, a successful graduate an alumni playing, in the TBL and overseas. And I think you were telling me you're going to be a player basketball coach for the Raleigh Firebirds, something that I think's never been done in the history of the TBL for David and Evelyn Magley. But with your credentials, right? Do they listen to you? Do they focus on what it is that you try to tell them? Because there's a lot of knowledge you have in your careers and decades of basketball coaching.
I appreciate that, Wesley. I think, being a younger coach, being somebody that is so still involved in the game, and, it really does help. I think, if I was an older guy who couldn't really play anymore, you're not going to say you lose respect, but respect's a little harder to earn sometimes.
Right, for sure. Yeah.
But one thing I'll say is, it's always good when I can go out there, lace up, and show them, kind of show them as well. And that's, I love my guys. I love getting out there grinding with them. And, we definitely push each other to a good level.
Yeah, and they better listen to you, right?
Yeah, they better. Or they won't be in the game.
Otherwise we'll hear about it, And
trust me, they're gonna hear from me if they don't.
Exactly.
How focused is the team? Are they ready for this team tonight? Obviously,
I think
it looks
they
like
are.
Harrells Christian's a good squad. They got a lot of wins this year.
Yeah. And Harrells is a good team, man. So I'm not gonna say it's not gonna be a cakewalk. It's gonna be something that we're really gonna have to fight for. We're gonna have to really earn. I think we had a really good attentive shoot around before we got here, which is about 20 minutes, not long, very short, but stuff to go over the scout, different things. So my guys are ready. And I think that's one thing our guys are doing a really good job of is the scout that we're giving them, they're executing it exactly the way we want to. I think the other night when we played Southeast Raleigh, we had scouted them so well that it wasn't about the scout that lost us the game. It was just the execution down the stretch, missed free throws, different things. And that's the next step for us. Can we keep making these little progresses where down the road, into January and February, those no issues?
Gotta tell you, we've seen some players really step up. Obviously, at the 5-5 record right now for the Clayton men. Comets coming up. They'll take again Harrells Christian Crusaders. Hopefully in the next 45 minutes or so to tip off. But I got to ask you this question, Coach. Jaden Gray really stepping up as the senior guy. Is he the captain of the team this year? Khalil Walters, Cam Clark, King, all of these players really, really showing their strengths on the court for sure.
Yeah, just Jaden Gray, he's been phenomenal. Obviously, there's things that he knows that he can still work on and get better at, and he wears it on his shoulders sometimes. The thing about the other night, I think he didn't shoot very well from the foul line, but man, he's getting better, man. He's like one of those guys. When college coaches call me, I tell them, look, man, he's going to be somebody that's going to continue to get better after he graduates and into his college. And even, I consider Jaden and Khalil both. They have potentially to be both pros at some point. Not saying they'll go to the NBA or do nothing like that, but the way they carry themselves, how they are off the court, how they are as a person, they're going to play basketball. They're going to play sports for a long time.
Can we say Will Grinder's also improved just as much as Jaden Gray and Isaiah Grimes?
Yes.
I feel like we got another Andrew there, little brother, just trying to get some more seat time.
Yeah, man. He's just trusting the process, man. It's a journey with him. He's going to be special when it's all said and done. And Will Grinder, like those two you mentioned, Isaiah and Will, and all our guys, really, they're just great kids. It doesn't even matter how good they are as players. Just the fact that they're great people. They come from great families, and that's what we love. That's what we're building here.
Yeah, try to keep the mic at your mouth, Coach.
Sorry about that. Hey, I'm a rookie pregame show.
Yeah.
He said too close. A lot of players last year, the Grimeses and the Mitchells and the talents that have come and passed and now doing college or whatever they're doing in their future endeavors. You got a young bunch. You got some hungry seniors, right, that have been down there before where maybe they didn't get a lot of playing time at the past. But right now, are you watching what they've learned over the years to see what now they're doing and stepping up as leaders?
Absolutely, and that's what, high school basketball is all about. Eventually, it's going to be your turn. Eventually, you're going to be a senior. It's going to be, and you talk about those guys, Jaden, Khalil, Will. They were a part of a great team with Cam Clark. They were part of a great team last year. Like 7 of those guys are playing basketball after high school now.
That's right.
7.
I see Andrew Grimes on my highlight reel all the time for Liberty.
It's incredible, man, and it's what we're trying to build here.
Yeah,
guys know if you come to Clayton, you got a great chance to go to college and get a great experience in high school as well.
And just you just continue to build on those experiences. You know, you're just, you know, you're starting to get your career going, and I think that what I've seen so far just in the limited time. I mean, you got these guys playing. You're coaching them. You're coaching them up well. So I think that like Kenny said, like as you get, he wants the best performance.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to do radio and I'm looking at the game at the same time. This is a good one with the ladies here. Goldsboro and I think was it Wilson Prep?
Wilson Prep here.
Yeah, they're going at it. Coach, last year we were a part of it, the John Wall Holiday Invitational. Yeah. They tried to retain my services for TV for that event. I told them no, I had already committed to basketball for Terry Walls and John Jacobs tournament for Clayton. But I got to ask you, though, I know this isn't the John Wall Invitational, but you told me there's some reasons why you've been there last year, not there this year. But you point blank said, if there's one that you want to put on the mantel case for Comets athletics and men's basketball, it's a Terry Walls Invitational trophy.
And that's the thing, we didn't get invited to the Wall this year, and, that's okay because this is still a great tournament.
Sure.
There's still a lot of good teams here. And, I mean, listen to this place. This is a different experience than what the Wall is.
Yes.
The Wall that's a whole experience in itself, but I think our team needs something like this. Close-knit quarters, loud in here. They can't hear me, I can't hear them, and that's what we want because down the stretch we're going to be playing in big games where we can't hear each other.
Yeah. Can you hear us? Can you
Barely.
hear us? You read the lips, baby. I don't know. So, hey, listen, a few more questions and we'll let you go. I know you got to get prepared for this game, but what would it mean to get a tournament trophy here tonight in Goldsboro, and what's it going to take to beat a team? I think we saw it this morning for the Lady Comets beating a really good team in Grace Christian, and I was understanding from Coach Daniel Casey, they were under players. They didn't have their regular roster. Your team looks prepared. They look ready. What's it going to be battling them tonight to beat the Crusaders here this evening?
Yes, one thing is going to be a great game. I can tell you that already. But it's just going to take effort and consistency.
Do you feel Harrells hasn't played anybody like Clayton before tonight?
I feel that their schedule is a private school schedule, so you're going to run into teams no matter what. You're going to play down teams. You're going to play good teams. But that's the reason we build our schedule the way we build ours. We want to play good teams all the time and try to get this experience where when we do come and play a tough team like Harrells, we're ready and we'll be ready to go. I think it's going to mean a lot though to our guys. This group, besides for Jaden and Khalil and Cam and Will, never been really winners before. We haven't really won a lot. So I would love to see these guys hold up the trophy, right? Do something special, and then take this momentum into the rest of the conference.
You seem like a more relaxed, calm, taking it all in coach than last year for sure.
Year 2 is a lot easier than year 1. I'd say year 2 is a lot easier than year 1, but it's just all experiences, man. And I think that's just learning the game.
Derek, anything else?
No, man. Congratulations on what you're doing.
We'll let you get back to
it. Yeah.
Thank you, Coach.
Come back and see us again.
Oh, I will.
Post game, post game, man. So, and you better say hi to Grandma and Mom and all them too, right? Kathy Tompkins. There you go. There's the coach, Kenny Collins. We wanted to get his take of the game, and obviously we'll be preparing for a good game coming up here very soon, Derek. And obviously, as you said, the crowd mic back up. That was Coach Kenny Collins. That was Inside the Coach's Corner. Something that we normally don't get a chance to do for Comets Clayton basketball.
And I think I think between him and Coach Roosh, I think they'd be more than accommodating. If we could catch them before, even for a couple minutes before a game. I mean, just to get a little insight from them. But it's great to talk to Coach Kenny. He was a great mentor to my son, and I want him. I want nothing but success for him in his career. So I hope he keeps doing what he's doing. So.
Well, we welcome you to pregame. We should be getting tip-off right about now. Unfortunately, that's not the case, Ryan Tomford. If you want to show what we've got going on here, the home of Cougar Pride, the home of the Cougar Den, the Goldsboro Cougars. Ladies playing the Wilson Prep Tigers. Ladies. And it is a great game, 40-36. You even saw Coach Collins a couple of times having shock and awe moment. I think I did it as well. But once this game is over, we promise we will be live with coverage on CRN, wearecrn.com, of not one Derek Launch, but two
you got a doubleheader.
games coming up here tonight here in G-Town in Goldsboro.
Yeah, you guys might not get back till tomorrow.
I hope that don't happen.
It could be like Greensboro again.
Yeah, Ryan, are you ready to call some more basketball, buddy? Obviously, you're on the camera for this one, and then you're going to cover Wake Prep and Goldsboro with me for the men.
Yeah, I mean, I'm ready for a long night ahead of me. You know, I'll probably be back home tomorrow and the next day. But, you know, it's all good because we got 2 great games ahead of us, and, you know, I'm excited for tonight.
This guy literally just come in off of New York for Christmas and the holidays and a vacation. Family, mom and dad and sisters all the way in California, dreaming of Californication. And he is here working in North Carolina. And, man, it was beautiful and warm. And then we go to Golden Corral for a late lunch to come here, and it's all of a sudden the temperature dropped.
Yeah, well, that's North Carolina in December, you know?
Right.
71 day, 50 the next. You know, I had quite the adventure. Christmas Day, I flew up to Vermont, and I grabbed my parents. Wow. I drove them back down yesterday. So when I woke up yesterday morning, it was 17 degrees where I was. So.
All right, Derek, this is your chance to beat Dr. Joe Sobel for CRN. What's the weather looking like here in Goldsboro?
Tonight we have mostly clear skies with a low of 55 degrees. It does feel like 52 with the winds out of the north at about 3 to 5 miles an hour.
Yeah, I said Dr. Joe Sobel, but actually if you look at it from this angle, you look a little bit like a younger Greg Fishel from Channel WREL. What do you think?
Well, I don't know. I was thinking Jim Cantori, but you know.
Oh, no. You got to lose all the hair. Well, you got to be bald.
Well, give it time, and I'll be there.
Anyhow, that's the outdoor temperature, but it is a perfect night for basketball. I'm Wesley Outland. Derek Lange is my color analyst. He called some. What did you think about that, man? Calling the game on the Discord. You were kind of blown away when I showed you how we did all that stuff.
Yeah, that was pretty neat. I think the only problem that I had, because I listened to some of the replay of it, that was that my mic was a little muffled because of the laptop, so we might have to tweak a couple things there. But
me and Derek are going to have to go to the R&D center to make himself better. Ryan, we worked with you on that as well to make you sound good on the games on Discord.
Yeah, and I'm getting it figured out. I'm sounding better on those Discord games, but you know, being in person is a lot better.
So listen, ladies are on the court. They're playing basketball. We're going to zoom in and show you what's going on the court. We don't have rosters. We don't have names. We don't have any of that stuff, Ryan Tomford, but in Derek Lange. But what we do have is this awesome game between Wilson Prep Lady Tigers and, of course, the Goldsboro Lady Cougars, tied at 42. And this is the final. They're going at it locked with 6 minutes left to go in regulation, Ryan.
Yeah, I've been watching this game a while
Derek,
now.
I'm sorry, I said Derek.
That's okay. He's got a mic, so go ahead, Ryan.
Yeah, but I've been watching this game while you guys been doing the interviews, and you know, it's been back and forth. It's, you know, tied up right now, and you know, it's been exciting for the past, you know, second half, and even the first half was very, very exciting.
Yeah, I mean, Goldsboro's the home team, and obviously this must be for the women's championship, I would guess. Yep. So obviously there's, the home court. They got the home court crowd here, so it looks like they just took the lead. So for Goldsboro, so
hey, how about this? While we show the Lady Comets, while we show this game going on for the Lady Cougars here at Goldsboro between Wilson Prep and Goldsboro Ladies, we were also able to grab an interview with Coach Daniel Casey of the Lady Comets. So we will do that when we come back. Right now, 43-42, Goldsboro. This game proceeds the men's Comets game against Harrells Christian, and we're back here in a moment from G-Town.
We now pause for station identification. This is the Community Radio Network, WCRN, 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Smithfield, North Carolina. Proud to be in the USA. We are CRN.
So glad you're back joining us again. Derek Lange, Ryan Tomford, Nathan Outland, I'm Wesley Outland. And here is the thoughts of the coach of the Lady Comets, Daniel Casey, and what he had to say after today's win over, of course, Grace Christian. And they now advance to the semifinal tournament round of the John Jacobs Christmas Classic, which resumes on CRN Monday afternoon at 4. Hey, I'm here with the head coach of the Clayton Comets, of course, taking the helm for the Lady Comets is Daniel Casey, and it's finally good to finally be able to interview you because we've called some of your games. You're right now 6-2 on the year, and Grace Christian I thought was going to be a pretty hard team to open up the tournament, but you guys took care of them pretty good here.
Yeah, I mean they're a good offensive team in terms of having fundamentals and they can shoot the ball really well. But I thought we did start a little slow, but we bounced back and got it together there, especially in the second quarter, and did well.
Big wins, obviously, Krista Green and Gabrielle Good, Yazana Lee Randall, Chandler. The names roll on. Teams firing on all cylinders, it seems, as we move into the new year.
Yeah, I mean, I think we got multiple contributors in different positions, and I think that helps us because I think teams can't really just key in on one or two. I think the girls are feeling pretty good, and, we're hoping to have a good showing here in the tournament in the next 2 days, and then we'll get ready for conference.
This is going to be an emotional question, but I'm going to try my best to keep this as professional as we can. Obviously, big shoes to fill with the passing of Coach Marlon Lee of over 20 years, what he did at Clayton. What does it mean to take that spot in his honor and obviously continue the legacy that he left for so many years?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, you can't fill those shoes, and I don't think I can. I don't think anybody can. All we can do is just try our best. I was, first of all, honored to have this opportunity, number one. And, what Marlon did was just build a tradition of excellence there for the girls program at Clayton. And all we're trying to do is just follow in his footsteps there, keep things going. I mean, like, look at Zana out there. I mean, she's having a great season, and that's, of course, a living example of his legacy right there, and she's doing excellent, and we're just trying to live up to that standard.
We're talking with Daniel Casey again as we prepare for the next tournament here at the John Jacobs Christmas Classic. But I got to ask you, if it comes down to Corinth Holders or Rocky Mount, we played both of them in the past here in the tournament or in the regular season. What would you want to face? Obviously, there's some history there between the Pirates and the Comets on conferences in the years past.
I mean, look,
whoever it is,
it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me. We'll take on anybody we get, and we'll prepare, and we'll do our best, and we'll see what happens here.
Well, how are you? Adapting to obviously being the new head coach, and obviously just seeing where the team is at right now as we move into the end of 2025. Something that's not been done in 3 years was a tournament. Last time Clayton played at a tournament was the John Wall Holiday Invitational, and that was 2022. So it's been a long time since they've been back here to Cleveland, even for the John Jacobs tournament. So obviously to be back for tournament play during the Christmas holiday, and what do you look to turn from that for the postseason or for the second half of the year?
Well, when I got hired, that was one of the things that the administration wanted to see was us back in a Christmas tournament. And I said, well, we'll find what's around and we'll try to get in one. And of course, Cleveland had an opening, and we got very fortunate to be in that one. I think it's good. I mean, at other spots where I've coached at, we've always played in a Christmas tournament. So I think playing in it is an honor, number one, but it keeps the girls engaged throughout the long Christmas break instead of just having practice or, people get kind of tired of that after a while. But, we got great competition we're going up against, and I'm just hoping to build off what we've already done, and like I said, get us ready for the remainder of the conference schedule, which we'll pick up on after the new year.
Daniel Casey, thank you for your time. As always, go Comets, sir.
Oh, yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Daniel Casey right there, and how cool was that?
Yeah, that's
maybe
great.
I just need to schedule a time with these coaches.
Yeah.
I know we can't do like Comets Football Live,
right.
Comets Football Weekly at Vincent's Pub and Eatery and set up the crowds and,
right.
and have the atmosphere at the sports bar. Maybe we could a time or two, but definitely, just call them up. Call up Coach Collins or Coach Casey. Maybe highlight a player for a few minutes.
Yeah.
I think that's something that we could possibly do. It might be a part of the new Clayton Comets Audio Network, powered by CRN, launching January the 6th. Derek, you kind of heard a little bit, bits and pieces about what that'll be, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be like the new SEC network, It's just here we go.
Little music in the background for you. Yes, sir.
Do you need a drum roll?
No, I need to take the logo off again here, man. We are seeing a phenomenal game. Back and forth. Now Wilson Prep is leading by 1. And then, as soon as I say that, Goldsboro, it goes back and down by one, and Wilson Prep goes to the lead. It's Wilson Prep Goldsboro back and forth. 3.5 minutes remaining. And once this game concludes, we will have coverage of Comets basketball here at the Terry Walls Holiday Invitational. Well, I'll tell you what, Ryan, one of the things you were telling me, and you got the name of the outside Nobel Lee Auditorium, I believe, is what we were told it was. But Derek, the history behind this building. I mean, I was looking up some Google and AI and Chat GPT and looking at some details about Goldsboro's famed arena, the Cougar Den, as they call it. Cougar Pride proudly here. But it is a beautiful place. It's old school.
Yes.
I love that old school feel. We're way high up in the rafters. Got the best seat in the house, I think, and we're ready to watch these games coming up here.
It reminds me a lot of like the Hoosiers movie,
Yes, and I watched
the brick
Hoosiers
wall.
the other day.
Yeah, with the brick wall.
Yes, sir.
It's the first time I've ever been in here, man. I had goosebumps walking in. I was like, wow, this is what it's all about.
Yeah, it certainly is. As right now, again, we should be calling this basketball game. Ryan Tomford, we should be underway, but again, we have not started yet. This game has not begun. We're waiting for this one to finish. And then we've got Clayton and Harrells Christian. That we were talking about it during the first game of the John Jacobs Christmas Classic downtime we had this afternoon. By the way, props to the ECU Pirates beating Pitt, winning the game in the Military Bowl. That was a pretty wild one. We were watching that football contest while we were working on updating things on CRN and social media and getting ready for this one. And Ryan, obviously, we even said it. Okay, Harrells Christian's a good team. What will it be like playing Clayton? Because this is not an independent school. This is a very good squad in Comets basketball. What do you think we're going to be seeing here in about the next 30 minutes when they finally tip off, buddy?
Yeah, I mean, I'm expecting something like this that we're just watching out on the court. A very aggressive and back and forth game. And, it's just going to be those little things, I believe, tonight for Clayton to get it done.
49-47 as the Lady Tigers of Wilson Prep are still in the lead by 2. And then I think a foul just got called. So they're going to call a foul on Goldsboro. No, yes, it'll send the Lady Tigers to the line and they'll shoot. As soon as this game is over in its entirety, we'll have the last 2 games of the Terry Walls Holiday Invitational. By the way, go to @WJG Sports on social media, Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, and of course, they also have a WJG Sports BB page, and that is for basketball, abbreviated. So, Kai down there.
Yes.
If you want to zoom in, Kai Jones with the gray sweater right there, getting ready to take a picture, actually. Right there. Whoa. He's amongst the chaos down there, right? Yeah. Ryan, tell Nathan to zoom in there on Mr. Kai Jones so we can give him some love. Right there. There's our man. What a phenomenal guy. He's a promoter, but he's also a media guy. He knows how to do color commentary, broadcast. And look at him right now. Promoter, also doing the camera, getting those close-up shots for social media. Really, really cool. And we thank Kai Jones for what he's done over the years.
We had the pleasure of playing in the WJG Classic that you broadcast, I believe.
Yes, sir.
When Xavier was
you did it at Wayne Country Day 2 years ago, or last year, I think it was.
Yeah. Xavier had the opportunity to play in that, so we obviously thank him for giving Xavier that exposure.
49-47 as it is getting chaotic here inside Goldsboro, and what a good game here now. So Wilson Prep is in the double bonus. Goldsboro has 5 fouls or more, meaning if they foul Wilson Prep anymore in this game, who's leading by 2, they will, Derek, go to the line and shoot 2, just like that right there. Just like that right there. It seems like these last 2 minutes will not end here. Ladies basketball final going on. Goldsboro Cougars trying to, what does Fly Rider say? Welcome to my house. This is my house, ladies. And the ladies are trying to take it to the Lady Tigers. And a shot for three, no good. And here goes the Tigers responding, and that's not going to put them up by 4 or 3 points. Yeah, 4 points. Catching fire at the right time. Goldsboro down by 4 now, Ryan, as we move to the end of this thing. Listen to this place. Sometimes a picture's worth 1,000 words, but the sound makes it more amicable, and it's plausible to describe what it sounds like inside this place right now, Derek.
That's just hometown basketball right here. People had their holiday food and burning it off for all the yelling.
And I got a feeling with the Clayton Comets and Harrells Christian finish, that might be pretty wild as well.
Could be.
But I know for a fact when the Goldsboro men Cougars hit the court to take on their team, Wake Prep Guardians, that's going to be a wild one, and I think it'll be electric just like this one is going on. So there's 1:24 left to go in this women's game. This is extended pregame coverage from Goldsboro as we set the stage. Derek, you called a couple of games. I know you've kept up with all the games this year so far. Yep. What's your take of Clayton Comets men's basketball and where they're at so far at the point of the year at 5-5?
Well, like Kenny said, right now it's really wins and losses aren't the most important thing. It's really, just getting that consistency and trying to work their way toward, February when playoffs come and playing your best ball at the end of the year. So these tournaments and these situations are great opportunities for Clayton to find their identity and see where they're going to be come conference time.
Come conference time, indeed. We'll see where they stack up, obviously, as you aforementioned all of that going on as we get closer and closer to this one. Ryan, obviously, man, we had an exciting game this morning at Cleveland. Clayton Lady Comets taking care of Grace Christian. Now we're ready to see what these men can do. By the way, this is the tournament final. Clayton trying to get the championship trophy hardware to go back to C-Town from G-Town when this game is over here against Harrells Christian here in a moment.
Yeah, that'd be nice to get.
And don't forget games 2 and 3, or day 2 and 3 of the John Jacobs Christmas Classic at Cleveland will return on Monday and Tuesday. The semifinal game is tomorrow on Monday at 4 o'clock. We'll have coverage for you on CRN. As right now we're back to it again. Ryan Tomford, guess what, buddy? There's about a minute left to go in this game.
It's a 3-point game, so it's very, very close here.
51-48, Comet men's basketball on deck with Harrells Christian after this finale. Wilson Prep just holding on to the ball, if you will, Derek.
Yeah, they had the foul, so to get.
And remember, they're Wilson in the double bonus, so they'll go to the line and shoot 2. The Goldsboro Cougars have fouled Wilson Prep Ladies Tigers more than 5 times, so they are in the double bonus. I mean, if you foul them, Ryan, you go to the free throw line for Wilson Prep, but that's free points if you can make it at the charity stripe. Like that.
Big shot.
Like that. By the way, big thanks again to Allstate. Remember, Comet Country, you're in Comets Country. You're in good hands with Allstate. Contact your local Allstate agent for home, auto, life, and more. Proud to have them a part of Comets coverage of Comets basketball and everything on CRN. Coming to the end of this one. Let's just hear the crowd. There's a foul called again. Goldsboro fouls Wilson Prep. Wilson Prep's going back to the line again to shoot 2. And Derek, this is pretty much starting a real fall runaway for Goldsboro. The Cougars got to find a way to reel back in on this thing. What a competitive game it was till it's getting down to the end, 53-48.
Yeah, it looked like Goldsboro just ran out of a little bit of gas, unfortunately.
53-48 right now. 33 seconds left. And then, of course, the men Comets hosting at the tournament, taking on Harrells Christian Crusaders. And we got another foul on the floor. We're at the Cougar Den in Goldsboro. This awesome place. I love the fact that it's like wrapped all the way around. It's not like Broughton with the balcony second deck and the big grandstands. But this place, I could say, could have fit at least 5,000 people, if more.
Oh, yeah.
And I love the up top of the Cougar Pride balconies. And look at the grandstand area right there under the baseline of the net. That's pretty crazy to watch a good basketball. Good.
It's a great environment.
Yeah, for sure. And we look forward to bringing this one to the finish for you. It is going to be a good one coming up as soon as this game is done, down to 14 seconds. Ryan Topper, we're getting closer and closer to the ticking of that clock. And the Wilson Prep Lady Tigers making those free throws and increasing that lead now to what, 6 points? 8 points, correction. 8-point lead. Goldsboro, they trying all they can, but it's pretty much a far-gone conclusion as they put in a 2. That'll do it. 56-50, and the Wilson Prep Tigers are going to win over Goldsboro in the women's final here at the Terry Walls Holiday Invitational. 56-50, Comets men's basketball coming up against Harrells Christian. We are stepping away. We're taking a break. We're going to reset, and we're getting you ready. Clayton, Harrells Christian, the final in the Terry Walls Holiday Invitational Tournament in G-Town. C-Town Hoops is coming up after the break.
I'm your overly competitive brother. I'm ready for a rematch. Game on.
I've been practicing.
What, the cello? You want me to lower the hoop?
Foul.
What, are you going to tell me again?
Foul.
Yeah.
Foul, bro.
Here, take a free shot. Go ahead, knock
You're
yourself
about to get served.
Seriously?
Get Allstate. Save money and be protected from mayhem. Like me. Love you, Mom.
Wait till your father gets home.
I'm your football-obsessed best man.
When all eyes are on you, my eyes are glued to the game. And if you didn't bundle your home and auto insurance, well, all of this could be tough to tackle. So get Allstate.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
Good morning, guys. I just want to warn you, traffic is tough out there.
We are here for you to tell you how to keep safe,
Everybody who is listening needs to take cover as soon as they can.
to provide the music, talk, and sports you love, and to deliver the news that matters to you. We are the voices you can trust. We are live and local. We are America's broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress you depend on your local radio stations.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
We are CRN.
Stay tuned. We're live in 3 minutes. We're live in 2 minutes.
We are CRN.
Stay tuned. We're live in 1 minute. Seconds until showtime. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Fractions of a second can be the difference between victory and defeat at the finish line. America's favorite bull ring is back in action for a summer of Friday night NASCAR Regional Series racing. Tickets are just $15 and available online in advance at WCSpeedway.com or at the gate starting at 6 on race nights. Wake County Speedway, 10 minutes south of downtown Raleigh. WCSpeedway.com.
Look at you go. The one-trip grocery champ, snooze button resistor, master sock matcher. We know the daily grind can be tough, but amidst the hustle, we see you conquer it all. And at Scooters Coffee, we believe it's the little wins that deserve some big moments of joy. So go on, embrace that tiny triumph. You master parallel parker you. Take that victory lap and savor the sweet taste of success. Scooters Coffee, you didn't just order it, you earned it.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoy today's broadcast.
Since 2018, CRN, proud to be the voice of the Clayton Comets. The following is an exclusive broadcast presentation of the Community Radio Network. We are CRN. Comets Country, it's time. Are you ready? From football to basketball, baseball, softball, and lacrosse, and even volleyball to soccer, and so much more. From the diamond to the field and the court, it's time for Clayton Comets Athletics. And we are now on the air for broadcast coverage exclusively on CRN, the Community Radio Network.
After successfully yesterday afternoon defeating the Wilson Prep Men Tigers in round number 1, the varsity men Comets are ready for tournament gold to possibly carry from G-Town back to C-Town. Comets Nation, are you ready? Saturday Night Hoops, and we're in Goldsboro inside this awesome facility. We welcome you to coverage of the 13-2 Harrells Christian Academy Crusaders, ready to take on the team back at 500. Your 5-5 Clayton Comets, and welcome to pregame. It's a beautiful day in Goldsboro, up in the 70s. Now it's 53 and clear. Perfect night for basketball inside this famed arena. Along with Derek Launch, Color analyst. I'm Wesley Outland on play-by-play as always. The radio voice of the Clayton Comets in our 8th year. Ryan Tomford, Nathan Outland on productions. And Derek, we are about ready for a pretty good showdown right here. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the basketball hit the court. We should have a great game between two awesome teams. I think it's my first time ever seeing the Harrells, North Carolina, Harrells Christian Crusaders. But it's going to be a good one against the Clayton Comets, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it might be 53 degrees outside, but it's starting to get warm in here.
Like 100 in here.
Yeah, it's definitely starting to cook, and obviously both teams are warming up and getting ready for this championship game in the Terry Walls Classic. So it should be a good one.
So listen, we had an awesome Ryan Tomford pregame interview with the coach Kenny Collins, obviously, and now you can see him down below with Mason Rush and the other coaching staff getting the varsity men ready. They're coming off of a game, Derek, yesterday. How fit do you got to be in tournament play, right? This is your opportunity to experience what it's like to be in the ACC or the NCAA tournament when you make it to the college level, because you experience back-to-back game play. Sometimes you play 2 a days. 1 game tonight for these after playing yesterday. But for Clayton, 1 game away from bringing gold back to Clayton with the Terry Walls Holiday Invitational.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I think a lot of these guys won't have a problem. You know, obviously they've been conditioning. Most of these guys play year-round. You know, especially in the summertime when you're playing AAU, you might be playing 5-6 games in a weekend.
Sure.
So this will be no problem, and you can never not get up for a championship game.
Ryan, what you thinking, man, as we get closer and closer to tip-off? I know you'll be my video man behind the scenes with Nathan Outland, my son, helping out as well, but I know you're going to be doing color because, as I said, when we came on the air, which seemed like, an hour ago for pregame. No, I'm just kidding, about 30 minutes ago. But I will say this. We were asked, hey, was there interest? Would you do it? We said, yeah, we would do it. So Wake Prep Guardians and Goldsboro Cougars. If you thought the women's game's going to be loud, Derek, I hate you got to leave to go get Savannah, but I understand. By the way, thank you to the parents and the family up in Vermont. I met y'all last year, if you didn't know. If they're listening, I met you guys last year. We had the chance to hang out during Xavier Longe's senior year at the with the Dell Knights at Broughton for the John Wall Holiday Invitation.
No, absolutely. You know, we're all family here, so just glad that I was able to get out here tonight and at least call the Clayton game. So I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, and by the way, I know you work full time with Boar's Head.
Yes.
Ryan, you hear me bragging about this? I've been talking about it already 3 times. You know that, right? We even talked about it at Golden Corral where we had pregame lunch.
Yep.
Boar's Head, turkey, and ham.
Yes.
First time I've ever had it during the holidays.
Okay.
My sister made it.
Okay.
She mixed fruits with it.
Okay.
She put pineapple and orange and cherries.
Yes.
And put the juices and oh my God, I was in heaven, Derek.
Talking to me. I'm getting hungry now. I'm going to have to stop at Wawa on the way home. Wow.
Is that where Boar's Head products are available?
No, they're not at Wawa.
Anywhere. Anywhere, right?
Publix, Lowe's Foods, Harris Teeter. Those are the big 3.
So now we got to talk to Boar's Head now about doing some advertising. You started this.
Oh,
there you go.
Yes.
No. But listen, great dinner for sure.
Good.
But I was going to just throw that out there. But everybody had a fun Christmas. I hope everybody out in Comedy Country and Radio Land did as well. But now these boys ready to go to work. They did what they needed to do yesterday. They got a win over Wilson Prep Tigers men. But now you got to see what you can do here against Harrells Christian. And from the stats, they're 13-2. They're one of the top 25 teams in the state of North Carolina. But they're independent, right? I mean, does it really mean that much, Ryan, between – or Derek, does it really mean that much between North Carolina Independent High School and, of course, the NCHS, double A?
In some situation, yes. I mean, in a Christian school, you can some of these guys can reclass, so they might be a year older.
Gotcha.
You also got don't have to draw within a certain geography. I mean, they could have players playing from 30, 40 miles away from the school as long as they're getting to school every day and doing their academics. So yeah, I mean, it can be a little bit different. Not every independent team is strong, but there's a lot of strong ones out there too. So I think it's going to be a great matchup for both teams to see really where they measure.
Well, we're about 2.5 minutes for tip-off. Ryan Tomford, anything else you want to add as we watch the Clayton Comets warm up, get ready to go here?
Yeah, I mean, I know you were talking about the stats, and that it seems like Clayton's, a little bit of an underdog in today's game, according to the stats. But, looking at the first game we called today, Clayton was the underdog in that one, and they wiped the floor clean, and they had a big win earlier today. So anything can happen in tournaments, and tournaments bring out different playing styles in players, and anything can happen.
Hell, no, that's not it. No, I don't have my clipboard. I guess I don't have it, so I don't have my clipboard.
Oh no,
I don't have my clipboard that I normally have. So, Derek, you're using rosters on
just on Max Preps.
On Max Preps,
just on my phone, yeah,
for sure. What are you thinking? Is there an intimidation? We spoke to the coach. We spoke to Coach Kenny Collins in the pregame. He felt focused. He felt relaxed.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
I mean, you want to win. I know you do, but win or lose, what do you take from this game? Obviously, with it being non-conference, but it is an invitational, and it is a game for the Comets playing on the court.
It's the experience of playing in a tournament. It's experience of playing in a louder environment, like Coach Collins said. So, I think win or lose, you're winning by being involved in this tournament, being involved in a championship game. So, I feel good about Clayton. I think they're going to have a legitimate shot to win this game tonight.
Well, it's going to be a good one. For those that have been waiting patiently on the radio since 45 minutes ago, it is finally time. Clayton Comets, Harrells Christian, the Crusaders and the Comets are about to get to it on the court next. We have it on CRN.
Comets country, it's time. Are you ready? From football to basketball, baseball, softball, and lacrosse, and even volleyball to soccer, and so much more. From the diamond to the field and the court, it's time for Clayton Comets Athletics. And we are now on the air for broadcast coverage exclusively on CRN, the Community Radio Network.
We are glad that you're joining us back inside the Cougar Den. Home of the Goldsboro Cougars. The varsity men will be coming up. I can't help it, whatever it's doing. Sorry. We're strong on our feet on the radio, so it is what it is. All right. Ready to see what goes on between these two teams, and we're about ready for the tip-off, Ryan. Ryan will be more focused on the camera. Nathan's going to be taking pointers to get an idea of what he needs to do. And
Derek will try to do some analysis.
Derek Lange, you're awesome at commentary. Tip-off. Final Terry Walls Holiday Invitational. Ladies and gentlemen, we're underway in Goldsboro. So we'll set it up here for the start. And right out of the gate, how about that goal? And it's Christian Harold Christian, my apologies, finding the net fast and already getting on the board. 2-0, already 23 seconds gone in the game, and we've already got a foul called here in the early going, Derek. Wow.
Yeah, foul on Deshaun McCoy, senior shooting guard, point guard.
It will be a non-shooting foul. Comets will keep the ball. Moving inside the lane. There goes number 2, Khalil Walters. A little short on trying to find the cylinder. And in doing so, we'll get back to it again. 2-0, fighting under the basket, 35. Amir Moore. Up the middle. That's going to be, of course, Jaden Gray. trying to move up the lane. Big shot for Crusaders. Will not let it fall, but I think they're going to get called for a foul on Clayton. That's what, the first foul on the Comets and the first foul, Derek, on...
Yes, that was on number 14,
Clayton.
Jennings Dunlap.
Yeah.
Looks like early on, Harrells Christian is really trying to utilize their size in the paint with number 35, Amir Moore, 6'7", 281.
Yeah, what a talent. Made the first free throw, missed the second one, though. And right now it's 3-0 with a minute gone here in this opening period. By the way, the broadcast of this game live on weareCRN.com. I'm understanding we're having some audio issues or technical issues. And if you didn't know, we're inside of a big metal building. So I'm kind of wondering why the signal might be going in and out. What's your signal strength look like?
I got 5G.
Now, what do you have?
Verizon.
We might have to. Do you have a hotspot?
I do.
We might have to hook up to you if it's a possibility. If you have unlimited, I don't want to use up all your data. But by the way, Clayton just did find a basket. We're trying to find a way to remedy it. If we have to do that, that's what we'll do. But signal cut in and out, so that's what we're understanding. Derek Launch might be here to save the day.
We'll see. We'll see. While we're figuring that out, we had Khalil Walters with a layup to cut the deficit 3-2. And again, Amir Moore is back at the line. He's shooting 2. This is the first.
Yeah, if you're listening on the radio, we're in like confines of a big metal building, and we talk about the history of this awesome place. However, we also talk about the fact that it sometimes it doesn't want to work correctly, right? Affects the signal.
While Wesley does that, we got Jaden Gray with the ball, with Harrells Christian nursing a 2-point lead. Cam Clark, 15-footer, rattles in and out of the rim. Rebound out to McCoy for Harrells Christian.
What is the name of your phone called?
One should be like iPhone 2. Another foul on Clayton. That's Clayton's third foul of the quarter. 5:52 left here in the first quarter. Harrells Christian 4-2.
We might be able to use it for the first game, but I don't know about the second one, right?
Harrells Christian turns it over back to Clayton. Jaden Gray will bring the ball across the timeline. Using a high screen. Driving to the elbow. 15-footers up. Still left off. Antonio McKay runs the break the other way. Ball lost. Loose ball on the floor. Jaden Gray picks it up. And we'll call jump ball, and that will turn the possession over to Clayton. 5:31 left, first quarter, 4-2, Harrells Christian.
There you go. So back here with you is 4-2 your score. Cody Deemers, you're saying in Indiana it's cutting in and out. Kathy Tompkins is saying that it sounds perfect. It might be your internet, Cody. I don't know, brother. And obviously, we're not going to use your hotspot because you're going to have to bail after we get out of here. So,
all right.
We'll try to stay on as much as we can. If we have to go off the air, we'll record it and upload it later. Right now, let's catch up where we're at. Right now, what is it, 4-2?
4-2. Yep, 4-2.
Haven't missed much of it.
Nope.
As Jaden Harris now moving up the middle, trying to get it to number 5. Instead, we go to Jaden Gray. He can't finish. He'll turn it back over to Harrells Christian and a whistle here.
Got a kick ball on Khalil Walters. I'll give the ball back over to Harrells Christian underneath the basket at the 4:42
3 fouls on the Comets, 1 on Harrells Christian. As we do move into what we said is the finish of play here. First period, heading the midway point. Turnover, Comets driving for it. Got it, number 5, Cam Clark. He'll let it fall. It's in the basket, and it is good.
Jaden Gray with a great finish on the Western Carolina commit, Antonio McCoy. Missed three-pointer by Harrells Christian. Jennings done left for the rebound.
And how about that? That ties it up again at 2-all now. We're tied at 4.
Yep, Clayton looks to take the first lead of the game.
4-4, Clayton ball. Almost turned it over. Got it to Gray. Gray up the middle. It will roll in and out. Khalil Walters couldn't get to the body of Amir Moore in time. And a move for a shot for 3. No good. Comes in the tip on number 1. Sean McCoy. Here come the Comets. Shaden Harris. I think it was last touch by number 10 of Antonio McCoy, the senior for the Crusaders. It'll stay Comets basketball there, Derek.
Yes, Antonio McCoy is committed to play at Western Carolina next year, so he's a D1 player that we'll be watching tonight. Missed three-pointer by Cam Clark off the inbounds. Gives it back over to Harrells. And there's Antonio McCoy, his first 2 of the night.
And that's that team coming back and getting another 2 points, makes it 6-4. 3.5 minutes left to go in the first period. We're inside a big, massive metal building. Signal might suck. It might work for some. It might not work for others. We apologize for the inconvenience. If it is one for you, we will upload the game in its entirety later. Dunlap, shot for 3. No good for that first attempt at a W Energy 3. Now we'll call for a jump ball, and Jaden Harris will be there.
Yeah, early on, looks like both teams are really struggling to find a flow on the offensive end. You know, with the score being pretty low here at 6-4, more than halfway through the first quarter. Too easy. Antonio McCoy, give him 2 more. 8-4, Harrells Christian.
Thank you, Kathy Tompkins, for letting us know we're coming in okay.
There we go.
I'm
Good
adjusting the MiFi box. Maybe that'll make it better. So, all right, 6-4.
Yep, 8-6
now. Clayton
now.
in the lead. Clayton up in front. Let the momentum continue for. No, I'm sorry.
The other way around.
It's the other way around. My
Yep,
bad.
you're all right.
And a whistle. We might be seeing a foul call. Ryan, what you taking? What you saw watching so far? Put the Crow's Nest, man. Clayton only down by 2 here.
Yeah, I mean it's a pretty close game, but it's been a more defensive game. There hasn't been that offensive spark for either team yet, and it's going to be each point is going to matter in this game.
Free throw. Number 35, Amir Moore. He's there, the junior center at 6'7", 281 pounds. Not averaged out, but it's exactly 281, Derek. And he's going to go to the free throw line. It'll make that first point.
Yeah, and he's a solid 281. It's not, he's pretty muscular.
Moore, second point comes in. Subs coming in. Comets making some changes. Boy, I'll tell you what, Jennings Dunlap had a lot to do, Derek, with the win over Wilson Prep. That last drive down the stretch last Friday night, or last night for that matter.
Yeah, it's great. I know. I think he's a baseball player.
He is. Jennings Dunlap.
Yep.
Jennings Dunlap, as well as Davis Duty, Grant Buchanan, Carter Duty, all baseball players.
Okay.
And right now a turnover. Give it back to the Crusaders here in Goldsboro. Clayton right now, 10-6, down by 4. And another basket for 2 falls in. It's now a 6-point lead for the Harrells Christian Crusaders, based out of Harrells, North Carolina, ranked in the top 25 in the state coming into tonight's game at 13-2. Clayton now at 505-5, and a air ball shot on an attempt for 3 by Khalil Walters. And the rebound slapped away by Walters. I think they're going to say it might be a foul.
No, just out of bounds and a timeout by Clayton.
And the Comets will call for a timeout. That'll let us step away and take one as well, as we still have a lot of basketball left to go. 12-6 here in the Cougar Den of Goldsboro. The Terry Walls Holiday Invitation back on CRN after radio timeout.
Timeout!
Listen up, get tight.
This is the most important timeout I've ever called.
Things are getting out of control out there, and we need to regroup.
Hate.
Hate is winning out there.
Not on these fields.
In our communities. On our streets. In our schools.
And we need to stop it.
So let's take this moment
To change the momentum.
and call a timeout.
On hate. Together. Together.
About as best as we're going to get it. And ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you back here on the court. It will be Harrells Christian basketball. As you see, Jennings Dunlap pressuring the big man. Antonio McCoy inside. Let it fall in. It will. And right now it's 14-6 as we close in on a minute and a dime left to go in the first period of play here, Derek. Wow.
Yeah, Harrells Christian, I just feel like is out executing Clayton so far.
King Henry around the corner, going back to Jaden Gray. Jaden Gray needs some of his mojo magic. Will Griner as well. Go back to Dunlap. Dunlap now back inside. Move up the middle, the captain, Jaden Gray. He'll be fouled as he moved up the middle. However, could not put it in the basket, but he should be going to the Clayton Chiropractic free throw line to shoot two for the Comets with under 54 seconds left in the first period.
Yeah, what they basically did was they cleared out the middle of the floor and they let Jaden go one-on-one and obviously create a foul and got to the foul line for two here.
By the way, remember, fouls, no more one-on-one free throws. Bonuses will always be 2 shots, but bonuses begin at 5 team fouls unless there is an attempt of a foul on a shooting foul attempt. Team fouls reset each quarter or period. Scoreboard will show a max of 5 fouls. And remember, this is in the efforts to speed up the game, if you will, Derek, over the last couple of years.
Yep.
Free throws were good for the Comets. It's now 14-8. And another basket, though, right there on the response for Harrells Christian makes it 16-8, still leading by 8.
Yeah, Clayton tried to do a little zone press, and they were just late getting that last coverage on the last pass, which led to a basket.
Dunlap, Griner tried to pressure, goes up the middle. Demetrius Jones gets the rebound. That, of course, is the shooting guard, point guard. And fire for 3. Short, Deshaun McCoy. And that should set it up for the final 10 seconds. Clayton should hold on to the ball. Jaden Gray up the middle. Finds the basket within 6 now. One more attempt by Crusaders before the horn. No good on the 3, and that is the end of the first period. Brian, before we go to radio timeout, your take of period number 1. Right now it's only 16-10. Crusaders on top of the Comets, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, it's only a 6-point game, so, Clayton's not out of it, and, it's been a competitive first quarter so far.
Ryan, you got anything else, Derek, you want to add to that, buddy?
I think Clayton really started out a little slow, but, had a couple good possessions by Jaden right at the end of the quarter to get it within 6, so let's hope we can build on that for the second quarter.
And right now, 16-10 as we move into the end of the first period. Final game, trophy game, Terry Walls Holiday Invitation, and period 2 is next as well.
We now pause for station identification. This is the Community Radio Network, WCRN, 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Smithfield, North Carolina. Proud to be in the USA. We are CRN.
Check the back seat. Check the back seat.
Gets in your head, right? Good, because every year dozens of children are forgotten in the back seat. Cars get hot fast and can be deadly, so get it in your head. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Just started the second period. Harrells Christian Crusaders 16, Clayton Comets 10. Up the middle, Khalil Walters. Oh, it rolled around the rim and popped out again. Like a popcorn popper. Orville Redenbacher on the rim said access denied, buddy. Man.
See what we got here.
And we got a foul on the Comets.
That was on number 5, Cam Clark.
First foul of the second period. Remember, the fouls reset. And this will send Harrells Christian to the charity stripe. The man with the long hair, I believe it's number 12. Or actually, man, I can't tell.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Hair goes all the way down to his back.
Something with the 2.
It might be 22 of Colin Cole. Maybe when he gets in front of us, when he shows his front side, we can see the number. Sorry about that, radio world.
Looks like a straight 2.
It's straight number 2 of Jay Kajay Brunson. And he couldn't put it in the basket for free throws either. That's in favor of the Comets. And Clayton now within 4. They find the basket again, 16-12.
Yeah, great recognition by Jaden to pass up the 3-point shot and see an opening, and he took advantage, and he finishes better than anyone in the state.
Comets within 4. That's that deal. Am I right, Ryan? Just stay within striking distance. Stay in the hunt.
Yeah, you don't want to get this lead too big, and you just want a close game, and you never know what's going to happen at the end of the games.
Harrells Christian winning their game yesterday over Eastern Wayne. The Warriors got defeated. Clayton defeated Wilson Prep Tigers. And it's 16-12. Comets have the ball. Shot for 3, no good. Attempt for Jaden Gray. I don't think his foot was in the pivot, ready to throw it. And now we go under the net, behind the baseline, up the paint, and find number 10 of McCoy to put in another 2. It's now a 6-point lead again, Derek.
Yeah, one end of the floor, Clayton really didn't run their offense, and then they took advantage of it on transition. McCoy with a finish.
Shot for 3, and no one home again, Jaden Gray. Nobody has drained a W Energy 3-point shot yet. Back in the middle, going back to Amir Moore. 3-on-1. Ball will not fall, but he gets dropped, and it might be a foul. Foul on the Comets.
It's on number 2, Khalil Walters.
6'5" senior.
Yeah, Clayton really hasn't found an answer yet to trying to stop this guy's penetration when he gets under about 5 feet or in from the basket. The guy's just muscling his way in and creating a lot of fouls and getting in the line.
Well, we heard him say, about an hour ago that he didn't think it was going to be easy.
No.
What happens will happen. And right now,
I think Clayton's got to just get back to running some offense here. Be patient. Last 2 shots, I think, were kind of rushed.
Jaden Gray turning the ball over, getting it back into the hands of Brunson, the point guard senior. Another basket in and good. Right now, again, it is 20-12, and they're trying to add more to it. No foul, just out of play.
Yes.
As we'll put it back in bounds will be Harrells Christian. That's Antonio McCoy, the senior. Back up the middle, Amir Moore. He'll be fouled as he tries to put the ball in the cylinder and put him to the line to shoot 2 again for the Crusaders here. This is foul as the foul went away. It came back again. Amir Moore, the center junior, 6'7", 281 pounds. He'll shoot. And it looked like it was going to roll out, but it didn't. Rolling back in, a little roly-poly b-ball on that orange ball there here on the court. Now the object is to put the ball in the basket.
Well, we might have a blessing here. 35
lane violation, maybe.
Well, I thought 35 was pointing to his hand like he had blood on it. If he did, he'd have to come out of the game, but refs didn't see it yet. So
made those free throws though. 22-12.
Yep, 10-point lead. This is a big possession for Clayton. They don't want to dive any deeper into a hole than they are right now. So let's see how we do.
At one time, they were within 4.
Yes.
And then now they've got 6 points scored on them. Clayton's got to get a big drive here. Go up the middle. There we go. Find something. King Henry cannot finish. Come up with it. King Henry after
Come on, Khalil.
Khalil Walters, and he'll put up the first W Energy 3 of the game for the Comets. Drains the bucket. 22-15. Khalil Walters with a big 3.
Yes, that was
cuts
a big
it within,
3.
what, 7?
Yes.
Whoa, almost hit the ref in the back of the head.
There you go,
Shot
Khalil.
Miller tipped away. Khalil Walters got the rebound. Jaden Gray, he'll let it slam in, and they're on a 5-0 run. Clayton is.
Yeah, right back down to 5. See, it's a game of runs.
Clayton on a 5-0 run within 5 now. Harrells Christian. One-on-one. They're hanging with him. Here comes now some fancy work, and that's number 10. McCoy up the middle. He'll find the 2, and it's good again. 24-17. We're heading to the midway point of the second period, first half action. 3 fouls on Clayton, none on Harrells Christian. In the second period, Jaden Gray could finish. Ball rolled. Picked up for Brunson on the rebound. Coast to coast. Get it back to McCoy. He can't finish. He got his rebound back. He resets, and he'll find the basket for 2 again.
He's relentless. I mean, he might miss a lot of his first shots, but he reminds me a lot of Justice Mitchell. When Justice would miss, he'd always get his own rebound, put it back in. That's what this guy does very well.
Big shot, Khalil Walters. 3! It's his second 3 of the night! Within 6! Khalil Walters with 2 W Energy 3s for the Comets, and a timeout's being taken.
Yeah, I mean, that's a
timeout by, I believe, Harrells Christian, coach.
Yes. Looks like it's just a 30-second timeout.
Timeout being taken. We'll step away, and we'll take one with them.
I'm a pretty great multitasker. I can wash dishes and do laundry. I can roller skate while walking my dog. I can even order lunch while doing my homework. But I can't use my phone while driving. A distracted driver is one of the leading causes of death in the United States. So when it comes to driving, please, don't be a multitasker.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Timeout expires. There's Coach Kenny Collins. Had a great interview with him about an hour ago for pregame. And right now, they're within 6. Clayton's not led any tonight, Derek Launch. Ryan Tomford, Nathan, and Wesley Outlet here with you, but they are in the hunt. As soon as they try to find an opportunity to get the net, Derek, they get scored on again.
Yeah, Clayton tried to apply a little bit of full court pressure, and they broke it with relative ease on that possession. Cam Clark driving to the basket, gets bumped, loses it.
Lost the ball, yeah. Gotta finish, gotta stop turning the ball over, too.
Yep.
Number 10, McCoy almost turned it over, and we'll go back to the Comets, driving for the rebound, high up over everyone else, like a jolly blue giant. Was Walters. Walters now tipped away, losing the ball. That's King Henry. Rebound picked up. Here comes Crusaders. Give the man the rock. Brunson, he shoots. It's no good. Rebound. Give it back to Henry. And correction, that was actually Cam Clark on the rebound. He gets it back to the captain, senior Jaden Gray. Coach Collins talking about what he means, what the players mean to him all, but definitely something special watching what Jaden Gray's trying to do this year. Here comes Walters with a big 3. He'll try to go for a hat trick of 3-point shots. Unfortunately, it will not fall in. 28-20, under 2 minutes left to go here in Goldsboro. Terry Walls Holiday Invitational. The winner of this game is going to get the gold. The hardware, if you will, Derek.
Well, the good thing is 35 for Harrells Christian's out of the game, so he was a driving force in the paint. So now that maybe makes Clayton rethink their defense a little. Harrells Christian's just being patient right
They're
now.
going to force Clayton to come inside and draw a foul on them, or at least pressure them, if you will. Demetrius Jones back to the 21 of Jeremiah Davis, and the power forward will find 2. And now, again, for the second time, you're up by 10
yeah, I think
for
it was
the Crusaders.
Lucky pass. It was supposed to go to one guy, and it went right by him, and the other guy just happened to catch it, and he made the layup.
30-20. Closing in on a buck and dime left. A buck and nickel now. Clock winding down here in the second period. Walters driving up the middle of the baseline. He'll be fouled on the floor. And a foul will be called on the Crusaders. That's first foul, by the way, of the second period. It's a non-shooting foul. It's Comets basketball.
This quarter, I mean, the game has really gone quickly. You know, there hasn't been a lot of fouls,
That's
shots.
right.
Maybe more in the first quarter. But
Jaden Gray on their inbound, back to Walters, and they finish for 2.
yeah, great composure by Khalil to get that 2. He might be up to about 10 points.
Back within 8. Clayton staying in the hunt.
35 back in.
That's the fight. As Amir Moore getting 2-man pressure. Tries to get it back down to Brunson. Around the wing, look at the circle, up the baseline, under the paint is McCoy. He'll turn it over, give it back to the Comets. And we needed this. Come on. He's fouled. That's Cam Clark rushing up the lane. He comes down hard on the floor. A foul's going to be called, and he's going to go to the line. Number 5, alive. Cam Clark for Clayton shooting 2, presented by Clayton Chiropractic, Derek.
Yes, again, big foul shots here. Coach Collins talked about in the pregame about making foul shots. It's important for them. He gets the first one. That's great.
Big thanks to Dr. Carl Lloyd, Clayton Chiropractic. Jennings Dunlap's coming in, by the way, down for number 3 of King Henry.
Also, Isaiah Grimes been in there for a couple minutes. He's been providing some good defense for them as well.
And the free throws. Only 1 out of 2 good. 7-point lead now with 20 seconds left. First half in Goldsboro, 30-23. Going to force them inside, it looks like, to make that force of a final shot before the end of the half, if you will.
Two-on-one situation here.
And wow. He slammed it in. And they're going to say it was good.
I can't wait to watch that replay tomorrow.
Have they updated that or not? I mean, that's
the right score, but Emil Moore was about ready to take the backboard down, and Khalil Walter says, not tonight.
Khalil Walter said, access denied, buddy. So 30-23 at halftime here. All right. So it is Clayton Peanut Company at the half, and right now, 30-23. Ryan Toppert, you're taking this game. Clayton only down by 7 here at the half in Goldsboro, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, Clayton's only down by 7 points, and, you know, you just want to keep within striking distance and, you know, just reset your mindset in the locker room and, you know, come out with more energy and close the lead down and hopefully get a lead and, you know, continue a run going.
I'll tell you what, we know this much, right? As we move into Clayton Peanut Company at the half, Comic Country. Clayton is not giving up, Derek Launch. They're in the fight. They're in it to win it, and they are hanging with the Crusaders. You change some adjustments in the locker room with the coaching company when these the varsity men Comets get back on the court. Shades of what the Lady Comets did, pulling away this morning from Grace Christian. You could be looking at a win here and a championship at the Terry Walls Holiday Invitational.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, we're right there. It's just, I think we got to be just a little bit more patient on offense, not rushing to take shots first look you get. Defensively, we just gotta create more stops. We gotta anticipate passes. We do that, we'll be right there at the end.
Well, right now, again, it is 30-23. 30-23 your score. As obviously we are watching Harrells Christian Crusaders try to spoil the party for the Comets, if you will. It will be a first time in a while, I think, since Clayton's been able to grab tournament gold. Derek, do you know some of the history? What was it? Wasn't it a runner-up a couple of years ago in the Christmas tournament, I believe, at New Hanover in Wilson, I think it was? Did we lose the championship finale to New Hanover?
We may have. I mean, I think one year we lost in the championship we might have lost at the John Jacobs one year.
Right.
I think that's when Cleveland really had a strong squad. I think we surprised a couple teams and got to the finals, and then we lost. I think that was when Hugh Collins was playing for Clayton and Will Kilpatrick was on the team. So, yeah, it was probably 3 years ago that happened. So,
well, there's still plenty of basketball left to go here. We do know that much. And obviously, what do you like and what are you seeing so far, what Clayton's doing and what Clayton's got to improve on to stay in this thing? I said this again. They're only down by 7. They're hanging with Harrells Christian. Twice, the Crusaders have tried to pull away in double digits, and the Clayton Comets were able to make adjustments and reel them back in. You do that, and I think we're going to see something crazy coming down to the end of the final period.
Absolutely. No, I think, again, I think what it really boils down to is, like Coach Kenny said in the pregame, is, you know, they've got good preparation in terms of what their opponents are going to bring. It's just a matter of executing. And, you know, I think right now if we can execute, get this game, you know, get this deficit trimmed by the fourth quarter, maybe down to 4 points, that's going to put more pressure on Harrells Christian because they're clearly, you know, the ranked team. They're 13-2. You know, Clayton's kind of more the underdog in this game. So I think that the more this game goes on and Clayton stays close, that's going to put more of the pressure on Harrells Christian.
Stay in the hunt. Stay in the hunt for sure indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to let us step away and take a commercial break. End of 2, halftime, presented by Clayton Peanut Company. 30-23. Follow them on social media, and the third period is around the corner.
You're not going to want to miss tonight's county fair. I'm going to be.
We are your window to your community.
Did you see the last 5 minutes of that football game last night?
Oh, man, I saw the whole thing.
And a lifeline to keep you safe when danger is near.
Everybody who is listening needs to take cover as soon as they can. This is one of the biggest storms.
We are live and local. We are America's broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress you depend on your local radio stations.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Look at you go. The one-trip grocery champ, snooze button resistor, master sock matcher. We know the daily grind can be tough, but amidst the hustle, we see you conquer it all. And at Scooters Coffee, we believe it's the little wins that deserve some big moments of joy. So go on, embrace that tiny triumph. You master parallel parker you. Take that victory lap and savor the sweet taste of success. Scooters Coffee, you didn't just order it, you earned it.
From Goldsboro, this is the Terry Walls Holiday Invitational. This is Comets basketball on the Community Radio Network.
Fractions of a second can be the difference between victory and defeat at the finish line. America's favorite bull ring is back in action for a summer of Friday night NASCAR Regional Series racing. Tickets are just $15 and available online in advance at WCSpeedway.com or at the gate starting at 6 on race nights. Wake County Speedway, 10 minutes south of downtown Raleigh. WCSpeedway.com.
Dubby Energy provides high-quality energy drinks with a blend of natural ingredients, ensuring a clean and effective energy boost without the crash, later, or even the jitters. Dubby Energy is committed to helping individuals stay energized and perform at their best. When you need to have a little energy boost without all the lag or fatigue, let Dubby Energy take care of your body today. Use the promo code CRN for 10% off of your order every time. Dubby Energy. Eastern Eastern Technical Design Incorporated provides design and drafting services for commercial, industrial, and residential construction. Services include architectural renderings, preliminary plan design, as well as final construction drawings. These drawings include all the necessary structural, building, plumbing, and mechanical electrical plans as required to produce and deliver a finished building and/or structure. This company is proudly owned by LFRL's Tracy Brown. Eastern Technical Design. Contact them today at 252-245-1599 or email them at easterntechnicaldesign@gmail.com. Commercial, industrial, and residential construction. Eastern Technical Design is the perfect plan for your building needs. Vincent's Pub and Eatery on 800 East Main Street has been a go-to destination for the Clayton Comets community and everybody of Seatown. Vincent's Pub and Eatery takes care of all of your food and beverage needs for weekly specials, appetizers, burgers, sandwiches, the entrees, the Vincent special salads. Hey, do you like the desserts? I do too. Side desserts, delicious beverages from soda products, sweet tea, and yes, even your adult beverages. Big screen televisions cover all the action with your favorite sporting events and the home of Comets Football Weekly every Tuesday night from Vincent's Pub and Eatery. 800 East Main Street. Tell them the Community Radio Network sent you. Vincent's Pub and Eatery. Good food, good fun, and go Comets!
I'm your overly competitive brother. I'm ready for a rematch. Game on.
I've been practicing.
What, the cello? You want me to lower the hoop?
Foul.
What are you going to tell me again?
Foul.
Yeah.
Foul, bro.
Here, take a free shot. Go ahead, knock
You're
yourself
about to get served.
Seriously?
Get Allstate. Save money and be protected from mayhem. Like me. Love you, Mom.
Wait till your father gets home.
We now pause for station identification. This is the Community Radio Network, WCRN, 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Smithfield, North Carolina. Proud to be in the USA. We are CRN.
And we thank all of those sponsors, all of those partners, everybody that makes it happen for our Comets Country audience and even the away team, the visitors, anybody of Clayton and CRN. Thank you. And don't forget the new Clayton Comets Audio Network powered by CRN launches January the 6th. And Derek has a little better understanding of what that will be.
Yes, I got a sneak peek. Yep.
Ryan Tomford, you did as well as we get ready to start the third man, and obviously, wonder what kind of pep talk was in the locker room.
Yeah, I mean, you know, going into the locker room, they had that monstrous block, so, you know, definitely a positive energy going into the locker room for Clayton, and hopefully they bring this into the second half.
Third period is underway. He's Ryan Tomford, Nathan Outlet on production as well. Ryan will be joining me on color for the championship game between Goldsboro and Wake Prep. Derek Lange is at the house. I'm Wesley Outlet. And we're just about a quarter after 8. This game should probably be a memory, honestly, around this time, Derek, but there's a whole other game of basketball left. Crusaders missed their opportunity for 3. Here's a shot for 3 by Greiner. He couldn't put it in the cylinder. And a turnover back again. Greiner turns in time and gets the ball back on a rebound for the Comets. 2 mistakes by the Crusaders already. And then they finish and put it in the cylinder. You're within 5 now, Clayton. Hang in there.
Yeah, Jaden Gray with another patented finish.
Stay in it, and you can be there at the end. You heard us say that. So I said Derek testified it here tonight.
Yes.
In it to win it. And right now, Harrells Christian McCoy forcing Clayton to come after him. Instead, they hand it off to Antonio McCoy. And the brotherly duo find the net together. 35-20, 32-25, I meant to say. And they're back up by 7 again. Griner. Will Griner not afraid to throw the deep ball if need be. Got the body to drive up the middle lane, too. Goes back to Duval. Almost a deflection from Colin Cole, but he saves it. Shot for 3. There it is as it rolled in and out on the attempt by Jennings Dunlap.
Good set by Clayton, just didn't get the fall.
Just couldn't get it to go. McCoy around the horn to Brunson. Shot for 3. Rebound. Clayton got it. That's Walters. Khalil Walters got it back. Here they come up the middle. No, they stopped. Slow tempo. I thought he was going to pressure up the paint to the baseline under the net, but he doesn't. He stays around the wing. Moves around to his friends. Goes from Clark. From Gray. Jaden Gray back to Clark. Back to Dunlap. Back to Griner. Griner, all 5 players got their hand on the ball as well. That's now Khalil Walters. That's great work there by Clayton, working around the circle.
Yeah, even better defense right now because Clayton's kind of stymied, but they're working hard.
Jaden Gray.
Should be a foul. Good.
He'll be fouled. They'll call a foul on Harrells Christian and a foul. It'll be a non-shooting foul, but it will be a foul against the Crusaders. 32-25. Gray will inbound it. Deep throw all the way past the timeline. Remember, he does get a chance to cross back it. Cross the center circle, and now he comes back with it in play. Walters.
Whoa! Good God!
Khalil Walters found a friggin' lane, drove up the middle, and slammed in 2 for the Comets. Unbelievable. Put that in your highlight reel, and Ryan Tomford was dead on it on the camera, Derek.
Did you get that one, Ryan?
Yeah, I got that
one. And then Deshaun McCoy responds with a 3.
Wow. Well, I wish the 3 hadn't gone in because that could have been a momentum
35-27 and a timeout taken by the Crusaders. They're down to 3 timeouts. Clayton has 4. Boy, I wish we had instant replay because, my goodness, that would have been a big slam. Mama, take me home.
We'll watch it again tomorrow.
Watch it later on tonight because I'll stay up overnight uploading this thing. By the way, all of the state championship football games, audio or video, 6 out of 8 are available, Derek, on our CRN YouTube channel.
Yeah, I saw you're uploading those today. I saw in your feed. So
yeah, I started Wednesday uploading them. Obviously, the first one was Clayton and Grimsley, and then all the other games are up. CRN Sports Network YouTube. Shot for 3. Hits the guide wire behind the backboard. Turnover goes back to Harrells Christian.
See, I don't like that by Clayton. You know, they break the press. Wilshire just brought it out, reset, forces a 3, gives the ball right back to him. I don't like that. Sorry, I'm going to be critical. I'll be critical if I need to.
It's your Mark Coates moment.
Yes.
McCoy to Brunson. Up the middle, finds now McCoy. And the law offices for the Crusaders of McCoy, Brunson, and McCoy find the net for 2. And they turn it back over. And another basket. And just like that, it's a 39-27 swing. Clayton trying to get the ball away, and they turn it over again to Antonio McCoy. And now Deshaun McCoy comes back and scores. And Clayton is now going to call for a timeout to slow things down. Just like that, it's 41-27, Ryan, Derek.
Yeah, well, Harrells Christian cranked up the full court press, and Clayton was caught with their underwear down. And
you can say caught with their pants down.
Okay, pants down too. All there, they were just completely down. Yeah.
We're back in the
moment. Wayne County Streakers.
Local radio brings people together like never before.
It's a beautiful hometown weekend out there. We've got
your local stations keep you informed and involved with music, talk shows, and real-time news updates you can trust. We are live and local. We are America's broadcasters, connecting you to what matters most. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress to support your local radio stations.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Derek said Wayne County Streakers.
I'm good for about one a year. That was like the, what was it?
Well, I mean, it's technically the last weekend of the year, so if you wanted to get it out, you got it out perfectly tonight, Derek.
It reminds me of that race, that one race there that you guys did the butt kicked in 150 or whatever. We had that in
the butt kicker 500.
Yeah.
All right, Clayton now. Jennings Dunlap back to Jaden Gray. Boy, they got to find a way to get out of the cellar because they literally got trapped right under the basket of Harrells Christian, and they scored on them big time. I think it was like an 8-0 swing. And then Clayton not able to finish again. Up the middle, McCoy this time blocked. Jaden Harris, can he get the rebound? He will. Access denied for him. High in the air, Jaden Gray, fight for it, basket and one! Jaden Gray, basket and one as he's fouled.
I'll tell you, Harrells Christian's making them earn every basket. They are a very physical team, and Clayton's sticking with them, though.
They're hanging with them. As here comes now Cam Clark. He'll come out. King Henry. Our Comets King on his court here in Goldsboro, ready to go. And Jaden Gray airballs the free throw to make it a three-point play. So 2 out of 3 for Jaden Gray. 41-29. It's still a 12-point lead for Harrells Christian Crusaders. 41-29, and there's a push to the body. I think they're going to call it on number 3 of King Henry, and a foul on the Comets. Sounds like they're saying they gave him an elbow there, Derek.
A little shimmy.
A little shimmy.
Elmo shimmy.
Out there having fun in the warm Carolina sun. Nighttime ask, actually. Non-shooting foul. Oh, boy, Amir Moorbout lost the ball under the baseline. Move up the middle. Finding the deuce. That's going to be Brunson. Turn it over. Give it back to the Comets. Nope. Got a ball on it. McCoy pushes. Wow, did he throw an elbow at Walters? I thought he put an elbow to his face, but...
Yeah, you wanted to put Khalil.
No foul call.
Yeah, you wanted to put Khalil on a poster, but didn't quite get there. Thank goodness.
Man, it did look like he took a shot to the face, but nonetheless, no call on the whistle. And just like that, trying to reset the tempo. Khalil Walters pressuring now McCoy. McCoy lets it roll into the cylinder, and it is good. 43-29, and we got another whistle, another call for a foul. They're going to call this one, I believe, on Colin Cole. That'll be a foul on Cole for, I believe, Harrells Christian. It will be Comets basketball still. Non-shooting foul. Jaden Gray. Back to Khalil Walters. Get it back to Jennings Dunlap. Finds Jaden Harris. Ball rolls off the cylinder. Will not go in. And Derek, here comes the rebound for Harrells Christian again, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, Clayton execute the offense. They just couldn't get the shot to fall.
The pressure continues. As here comes now Colin Cole. Rebound. Back to the Comets. Khalil Walters. They're rushing. They're pressuring. They're doing all they can. Nope. Will Griner open. No good on the 3. Jaden Harris trying to get his paws on the ball. He drops to the court. He's got the ball back for the Comets. Jaden Harris and an open man for Walters on 3. No good. Rebound, though. Clayton again. King Henry pressuring under the baseline, and another whistle called. Ball out of play. It'll stay Comets ball. Harrells Christian last to touch it. Boy, and I'll tell you what, the aggressive that the Crusaders are being to the Comets are starting to battle back. You push me, I'm going to push back. As Jaden Gray gets fouled. He's not going to put the ball in the net, but he's going to shoot.
Tough tough sledding. I mean,
wow.
It's a lot of bumping. I mean, they could be calling on almost every possession a bump.
Could be, as Mark Coates and Robbie Worrell in football call ticky-tack fouls, but same thing here in basketball. I think they're letting them play for the most part, Robbie. Derek, they're letting them play.
For the most part, yeah.
Free throws. 1 out of 2, good. That'll put Clayton now down by 13. 43-30. As we wind down the final minute of play of the third. Brunson up the middle.
Good take.
And Brunson will power right up the middle under the paint to the baseline, put the ball up for 2, and it's good. And now a 15-point lead, 45-30. Clayton now down by 15, their biggest deficit, but they have tried to hang with them as much as they can up the middle. He's fouled. This will send number 5, Cam Clark, the senior, to the line, and Cinco will shoot those points at the free throw line, presented by Clayton Chiropractic.
At this point, we're down 15. Is it realistic we can come back? Yes. But I think right now what Kenny's looking for, he's looking for the rotation. He's looking for the guys that can provide the spark on defense and offense.
Yeah, so I agree. Harrells, Christian Adani, the white on white with the green, the gold or yellow in their numbers. It, of course, says Harrells, Christian on the front, their numbers in back, same color. Black on black with the blue in the away jerseys for the Comets. 31-45 is a free throw. Just only one was made. 45-31 here now as we move into the end of the third period. And you see number 10, Antonio McCoy. He's just going to make Clayton move inside and pressure him. That's exactly what King Henry will do. They'll try to set up a shot here before the end. Basket will not fall. Rebound, Clayton. Nope, give it back. No good.
Good stop.
Pressured him. Did just that. And as we move to the end of the third period, it is a score of 45-31. Ryan Tomford, back to you, buddy. What's your take on what we're seeing here?
Yeah, I mean, it seems like that the game has gone a little bit away from Clayton in that last quarter. There was that moment where Clayton got full court pressured and let up 6 or 8 points there, and that was a big momentum change for Clayton there.
Well, Derek, what's Clayton's coach Collins and Rush and all them got to tell these guys to stay in it, obviously, for this big, if you will,
just try to
win
every possession, stops on defense and execute and score on offense. That's what you got to do right now, one possession at a time, and 14 points and 7 baskets. So you got to try to at least score 7 2-point baskets better. So we try to break it down sometimes. You try to break it down. Hey, guys, we made it down 14, but we only need to make 5 threes or, 7 baskets. So we'll see what happens.
45-31 as we move into the fourth and final period. By the way, don't forget, coming up on CRN, Wake Prep versus Goldsboro for the nightcap. These are the 2 men final games right now as we start the fourth period. Coming across the timeline, Jaden Green. Open 3. Got it. Wow. I mean, it just looked like he was thinking about it, launched it, and it was in the air. That 3-point shot presented by W Energy. 45-34 Comets now.
Yeah, it looks like the offense wasn't really developing, so he just took matters into his own hands. So now we got to get some stops.
Crusaders 45, Comets 34, I was trying to say. As McCoy now looking back to Brunson. Brunson now up the middle of McCoy. Nobody home. Get it to Brunson. He come out of nowhere with the big hair dreadlocks right to take the ball away, if you will, Ryan. Derek, and he powers McCoy up the middle, slap away by Jaden Gray, but I think we're going to call a foul on him. We couldn't even tell you who the guy was earlier, Jakaishi Brunson. And his hair just literally covered up his entire uniform. And he is a very athletic man, as there was a foul on Clayton, and they give it right back to the Crusaders. As basket is good, he will be fouled. That's going to send number 3, King Henry, to the line, Derek. Wow.
Yep. Well, again, got one possession at a time. We got the stop we needed.
That'll make it now 45-36.
Yep. Potential three-point play. Get the lead down to 8.
There is a 45-36 score. A minute gone in the fourth period, regulation period. And you got a chance to make it a three-point play. Henry up. No good. Rebound. Thought number 10, Isaiah Grimes, could got it. Pressuring. Making some changes, making some adjustments.
Good hustle.
Boy, Antonio McCoy filling it. Now hands it back to Deshaun McCoy. Those are brothers. It's like the law offices of McCoy, Brunson, and McCoy. We've seen that a lot tonight for the Crusaders of Harrells Christian. And there you go again. McCoy, Brunson, McCoy, boom, boom, boom. Back inside. Now go back to Amir Moore. When he comes on the court, he makes a difference. The big man under the basket. It'll put in another 2 for the Crusaders again.
That's a big basket for them.
47-36. Shot 3. No good for Clayton. Last touch by Clayton. Crusaders, Harrells Christian basketball.
Got to see if we can create a turnover here.
By the way, the next time the Clayton Comets are on the court will be January the 6th. It'll be the South Garner Titans for conference play. So move back here is Amir Moore. Turning, pivoting, going back to Brunson. Brunson to McCoy. McCoy to Brunson again. Pressures now by Walters. Walters trying to put a hand in there. Paul, if you will, under 6 minutes remaining in regulation. Move around the horn. Going back to McCoy. McCoy inside. Do they throw it away? No. It'll stay Crusaders basketball, Derek.
Yeah, a lot of chess matches going on out there. They're trying to get more of the ball down low. They're going to try to get to him again with Grimes. See.
Up the middle. Amir Moore, jump ball. It'll stay for the Crusaders. Man, Ryan, it seems like everything right there, Tomford, was working in favor of the Crusaders on all 3 different occasions.
Yep, Isaiah Grimes battling Amir Moore down there.
Jaden Gray trying to block Moore and McCoy. And they can't stop number 10, Antonio McCoy, to find the basket and get another 2. 49-36 as we move into 5 minutes left in regulation. Clayton just trying to finish the period and trying to climb out of the deficit as fast as they can. Shot for 3, Jaden Gray, no good. Khalil Walters almost turns over the ball, recovers the ball, moves up the middle. Walters one-hands it, and he puts it in the damn net. Unbelievable.
Great finish.
What a phenomenal job. We got to paint a picture in radio, ladies and gentlemen. He literally was juking, jiving, pivoted, Derek, and put the ball in the air, let it levitate, and go into the basket.
Yep. There we go. We got them a quick shot. Let's see if we can score here.
49-38, and they find the net again. Comets trying to get back in this thing.
Plenty of time.
49-40 within 9 as there's a foul. King Henry Cam Clark a little slow getting up. Number 5. They're going to call a foul on number 5 for the Comets, Clark. And Clayton now within single digits, Derek.
Timeout.
There was a foul. It's a non-shooting foul. Timeout by the Comets, by the way. They're down to 2. Crusaders have 3, and we'll take a radio timeout also. Comets basketball from Goldsboro when we come back.
Timeout! Listen up, get tight.
This is the most important timeout I've ever called.
Things are getting out of control out there, and we need to regroup.
Hate.
Hate is winning out there.
Not on these fields.
In our communities. On our streets. In our schools.
And we need to stop it.
So let's take this moment
To change the momentum.
and call a timeout.
On hate. Together.
Together.
The North Carolina High School Athletic Association welcomes you to tonight's game.
We are excited to celebrate the hashtag NCHSAA Game Locked In, which honors everything that makes high school sports special.
Let's continue to create a positive, welcoming environment for everyone. Cheer loudly, support your team, show respect to officials, opponents, and each other.
Let's make tonight's game one to remember, full of pride, positivity, and what it means to be truly locked in.
Back to it again, 49-40. Clayton within 9. As we move into 4.5 minutes left, and they miss the basket. They're fighting for it again, pressuring our buddy, and they threw it away. They really pressured Cam Clark, and Crusaders turned the ball over on their inbounds. Rebound, Clayton got it, but then they made them throw it away and give it right back to McCoy and Brunson again for Harrells Christian. Fire for 3, and he got it. Number 4, Demetrius Jones, the shooting guard, point guard on the left wing side, and a big 3. They needed that.
Seems like every time Clayton gets the lead down to about 9, Harrells Christian responds.
They
Tough
turn
shot.
up the momentum. 12-point lead, 52-40.
Stepped on the line. Missed that call.
52-40 in the fourth period. Under 4 minutes remaining. Coming up immediately when this game is over, we will have the final game for the Terry Walls Holiday Invitational. Goldsboro and Wake Prep as Zamir Moore puts it another 2 to lead for 14. 54-40. A valiant effort, Cam Clark going back to King Henry. A valiant effort by Clayton, Derek. It's just, it looks like this team's number 25 in the state. It is Harrells Christian. They're really good. We're being impressed with what they've done. And I see now why they're about to be 14-2 and possibly go out of the league tournament with not only a win, but obviously maybe climb out of the top 25 rankings as well, as this one is closing into 3 minutes left in regulation.
Yeah, I mean, they got a couple star players, and, makes a big difference. McCoy's a great talent, number 10. Amir Moore's been tough down low.
Up the middle. Finish, find the basket. He will. There's another 2. So another basket there, 56-40. Ryan, you got anything else you want to add to this, buddy, before you get ready to put on the color headset and obviously seeing what this game has provided?
Yeah, I mean, Clayton has had moments in this game, and, they're going against a top 25 team. So, Clayton should be, happy about, the effort that they put in today. And, on the other side, it's just been a well-executed game from the other side.
Both free throws good by Jaden Gray for the Comets at the Clayton Chiropractic free throw line. And another slam by Amir Moore. Boy, when he came off the court and came back, you can see he's a difference maker there, Derek Lange. And Jaden Gray coming back and responding for another, if you will, 2-point, 58-44. Clayton did got it back and put another basket in, 58-46. And we've got a foul now. Clayton not giving up, right?
No.
And that's what I love about the way they're playing.
Yep.
Comets, no dying spirit. Play till the whistle blows.
That's right.
They're doing that. I mean, they might lose the war, but they gave Harrells Christian no damn doubt about it.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. And I think, this is going to help them get ready for their conference schedule. South Gardner coming up. Clayton keeps playing the way they're playing. They're going to be just fine.
58-46 as we move into the final. 100 seconds of regulation here in Goldsboro at the Cougar Den. Clayton turns it over. Do they get it back? Walters trying to get a paw in there. Instead, McCoy comes darting through, shooting left and right back to his brother McCoy. Going now to number 4. That's Demetrius Jones. As we move into the final 90 seconds of play here. 58-46. Another whistle out of play. Antonio McCoy will inbound it. Amir, wow, turnover, get it back to the Comets. Open for 3, short on the attempt by Khalil Walters. But he got his own rebound back. Give it to number 5, actually. That was actually Cam Clark that went for the shot for a W Energy 3. Did not finish. Rebound picked up by Jaden Gray. He was right under the paint. He drew a foul. He's going to go to the line and shoot 2, Derek.
Yep. Now I got to see how Jaden responds here.
Back to the free throw line again. And no good. Coming up, Wake Prep Guardians versus Goldsboro Cougars. Final game of the Terry Walls Holiday Invitational of 2025. As both free throws for Jaden Gray are no. Rebound, though. Comets got it back. They're going to call an offensive charge on number 5, Cam Clark. And this will turn the ball back over to the Crusaders. Another timeout is taken by Harrells Christian. They're down to 2. Clayton's down to 2. And we will step away here from Goldsboro.
Check the back seat. Check the back seat. All right, come here. Check the back seat.
Gets in your head, right? Good. Because every year, dozens of children are forgotten in the backseat of a car by a parent or caregiver. All never thought it could happen to them. But with changes in routines, distractions, or a sleeping child, it can happen to anyone. Parked cars get hot, fast, and can be deadly. So get it in your head.
Check the back seat.
A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Derek, when are we going to see you back in the broadcast booth again, buddy? Hope you have a great start to your new year.
Let's play the last minute and have nobody get hurt. How about that?
There you go.
Because, obviously the game's out of reach. Again, just trying to work on...
Well, I was going to say, when are we going to see you in the broadcast booth again?
January 6th.
January 26th, South Carolina?
6th. Yeah, January 6th.
All
I'll
right.
be there.
There you go.
I'll be there for the inaugural... whatever sneak peek, blah, 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 blah that you gave earlier.
Yeah.
The, audio, what is it, Sierra Clayton audio?
Yeah, I'm thinking we might. Is that an away game or a home game? I need to.
I think it's home.
Yeah, well, I've actually got a 7-day speed week commitment too. I might not. We might have to do that game mobily back on Discord again. We'll pull it off though. I'm looking at it. January the 6th is at home against South Carolina. My goodness, man. It's right in the middle of my... Well, we can still do community Clayton Comets Audio Network powered by CRN Mobile, too. We'll figure it out, Derek.
Yep, that's fine.
Under a minute left to go.
Uh-oh.
60-46. And let's just go ahead and make it 62. 62-48. Clayton, oh, the ball became tilt. Could not put the ball in the net. Oh. You ever played pinball?
Just hang in there,
bam,
right?
Bam, 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 bam. All of a sudden, the ball just goes, boom, tilt. That's exactly what that ball looked like it just did. Literally trying to stall on the side of the rim.
Yeah.
Foul by the Comets, by the way, will send Harrells Christian to the line, and they'll shoot 2. Late foul of the game with 25 seconds left here in regulation. 62-48. Harrells Christian will move to 14-2. They came into this game ranked one of the top 25 teams in basketball. Clayton will fall back out of 500 at 5-6. Their tournament will end as a runner-up at the Terry Walls Holiday Invitational, and they will prepare, as Derek Long said, for conference play. Conference play against South Garner Titans on January 6th after the New Year holiday break. This one's down to the final 10 seconds. Are they going to go for another shot? Or are they just going to play until the whistle blows? And I think that's probably the common courtesy thing to do, right?
Yep.
48-63. And that's the way it will finish. A final score, 48-63 when it's all said and done. And, well, Derek, it's not a win, but there was definitely a valiant effort on many occasions by the Comets. They just fell short there at the end. And I will say this, and I'll say this humbly. The better team won. I mean, Harrells Christian's a good squad.
Yep.
There were times that Clayton did run them down. They were reeling in, keeping it within 8 or 9. One time, within 5. And then as soon as they did, the Crusaders turned up the pressure again. And in doing so, that is the win. As there goes Khalil Walters. Obviously, he's going to be acknowledged for
like an all-tournament
Comets
team.
player of the game. Yeah, Comets player of the game.
Yeah.
Khalil Walters getting some love. By the way, we'll never, Ryan, we'll never forget that slam of the highlight reel. My goodness, you got that.
Yeah, I got it, and I've got it on a highlight reel already.
That's all that. Oh, what did you do? Record it again? And
no, I've recorded it from NHS8.
Oh, so he recorded it from the NFHS network as well. So he's got it on 2 separate feeds. So
nice.
Anyhow, the celebration will begin for the Harrells, North Carolina. Green and gold and white for the Crusaders. Another one of those North Carolina independent school programs playing with the public level of Clayton. But when it's all said and done, Derek, it is a win. And there's the men that will celebrate. The McCoy, number 1. That is Deshaun McCoy and Antonio McCoy. Something about the McCoy family. What a magical conjunction for the Crusaders.
Yep. Oh, got the MVP too. Yeah. Well deserved. He's a good player.
And there's number 10, the MVP player as well, Antonio McCoy, and that should do it. Brian, your final take of this game. We got the final coming up between Wake Prep and Goldsboro next. Don't go anywhere. If you're listening on CRN, we'll be back in mere moments. But your final take of what you videoed as we get ready to put you back in the color chair, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great game by both teams, but, the better team won today, and, great job by all the players, and, great respect between both of the teams.
Derek Lodge, much love to you, my friend. Your final take of this game, and we'll see you on down the road. Have a great rest of your holiday New Year coming up.
Yep, looking forward to next year and some Clayton magic.
Clayton magic. When it's all said and done, 63-48, your final. When this game concludes, Clayton again will now fall to 5-6. Harrells Christian 14-2, and Derek, always a privilege and a pleasure always joining you, my friend. I want to thank again all of our folks that are behind Comets basketball. Thank you as always, Coach Kenny Collins, the players, the family, Miss Melissa Hubbard, John Asmussen, Joe Mott. For everybody with the boosters, Brian Hale, Daniel Bird, Shantae Woodard, Derek Lodge, Ryan Tomford, my son Nathan Outland, I'm Wesley Outland, and we get back in just a moment for the big game. Next, Clayton will be back on the court January the 6th against South Garner.
Copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent. We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
We now pause for station identification. Since 2018, CRN, proud to be the voice of the Clayton Comets. The following is an exclusive broadcast presentation of the Community Radio Network. We are CRN.